What's up, YouTube? It's your boy QTV coming back at y'all with another video, man. And today we got another reaction, man. You know what I'm saying? Some slight, some quick. I ain't even gonna try to watch this whole video because it's too long, so I'm gonna try to smooth it for y'all motherfuckers, man. If you're new to the channel, man, please hit that subscribe button. We are on the road to 3,000, and I do give y'all videos every single motherfucking day. So with that being said, fuck with a nigga, man. Anyway, man, this is a reaction to mother kills daughter and then go live or some shit like that.
17. And between that date and the date of the live, the pair were reported missing. No one knew where they were.
Because my daughter has never, ever been away from me this long, a period of time without no...
Wait, hold on. What that shit
On the
at?
3rd of May, 2017, Tanya Tripp would go on Facebook Live with her pastor, Angela C. Harden, in Augusta, Georgia. Tanya's daughter, Latiana Janelle Carwell, and her husband, Latiana's stepfather, Leon Tripp, had left the family home at around 1:30 a.m. on April 17th. 2017. And between that date and the date of the live, the pair were reported missing. No one knew where they were.
Because my daughter has never, ever been away from me this long, a period of time without no call, text, or anything. And I need my baby home at the almost 15 days ago. That's how important it is. So if y'all see her or know her whereabouts, please call the Richmond County Sheriff Department at 706-821-1080.
Born April 17th, 2001, Latiana Janelle Carwell, known simply as Janelle by family and friends, had the world at her feet. Not much is known about her early life. When News Channel 6 had approached students and teachers for personal information about her, the school district wouldn't allow them to speak with said people. But what we can say for certain is that Janelle was an honor student. She did better than most at T.W. Josie Comprehensive High School, having aspirations of either studying to become a doctor later on in life or working towards a law degree. Although News Channel 6 didn't manage to speak to the vast majority of people, one teacher did come forward to tell Janelle's school story and gave praise on how academically inclined she was. Teacher Laurie Miles describing the young girl as sitting at the front of the class for every lesson, making sure she got her work done, but she wasn't the shy, introverted type either, having many friends both in and out of school. In the months leading up to the Easter weekend of 2017, reports emerged that Janelle hadn't been her usual self. Although she still got on with work, she started to slightly slack off, opting to sit at the back of the class, generally associated with the more badly behaved children within T.W. Josie. Teachers began to pick up on this behavior and questioned the change, but ultimately couldn't figure out exactly what was going on with her. After all, when teachers prompted her to sit at the front of the class so she could give her 100% attention, she had no issues in doing so. In fact, nearly 6 years on, in March of 2023, it's still unclear as to why Janelle's behaviour switched in the few months leading up to that Easter weekend in 2017. That, coupled with the fact that she would disappear at the height of the abnormality, left everyone at that moment scratching their heads. But maybe, just maybe, there was something going on with Janelle, something perhaps going on at home, prompting this change. Enters Leon Tripp. Now, just before we continue, I must note that I'm not stating Leon Tripp is the sole contributor to Janelle's behaviour change at all, rather just an unconfirmed theory that may be confirmed at a later date. Many close to the story and those who have researched the case point to Leon as being the main reason why Janelle's behaviour had switched. If we rewind the clock back to 2011, and then Tanya Carwell rekindled with her teenage sweetheart, Leon Tripp. That's if we're to believe Tanya's story anyway. Tanya's brother, on the other hand, said he was unsure of how true the story was, as they spent much of their childhood over in Texas, somewhere Leon had no connections to. Whether you believe her or not, by 2011, the pair had been in regular contact and had even married. But
I'm trying to see what the fuck happened, y'all.
he wasn't introduced to the family straight away. Now, some of you may be sitting there confused. If they're married, then how wasn't he introduced to everyone? Well, you see, there was just the small detail of Leon being in jail at the time of marriage, and no, it wasn't for any petty crimes. Taking a quick look over his rap sheet, it's clear to see he was a violent offender. Stalking, various gun charges, armed robbery, burglary, and cruelty to children are just some of the offences listed as a part of his background. So why
I'm gonna be real with y'all right there, bro. I'm gonna pause this shit right there on a serious note. Bro, when y'all niggas decide, I mean, shit, my bad, not the niggas, the girls. When y'all women decide to have children, you know what I'm saying, with a nigga or decide to, oh, I'm gonna let this guy around my kid, I'm gonna let this, man, be mindful, really know a motherfucker, bro. Like, really know who a motherfucker is before y'all try to decide you gonna hide this motherfucker around your kid.
Would even think it would be a good idea to try and settle down with a character as such, especially having children of her own, is mind-boggling. Leon's ex-wife, Makeda Kay, had even warned Tanya before she married him, telling her if you did know him as a teen, if that was true, he wasn't that same person he once was. We was married from 2003 to 2009. I met Leon in 2000. We have 2 girls together. Those are the only children he had. Tanya met him in prison and she was fully warned. I was cyberstalked while he was in jail until 2013. Leon had many charges from our incidents. All of the cases you see online are from our marriage. Talking of his eventual release in 2015, she had this to say: I mailed letters to the parole to prevent his release, but I was ignored.
It's start your business time.
On the 14th of April 2017, a party was thrown in one of Janelle's classes at school. A fellow student was about to move. Janelle was said to have been in high spirits enjoying the party and had even no one has contested the timeline, but that isn't to say that the timeline is true. We don't have any updated information, so we're going to have to go off that. At around 1:30 AM, it's said that Leon received a call from a friend, Maurice, claiming that he'd broke down in Clarks Hill, a rough 25-mile drive away. However, Tanya stated that she didn't realize that Janelle had originally left. Confused, she called Leon at around 2 AM to ask why he took Janelle along with him, but before she could finish her sentence, Leon explained that he didn't know how to use the GPS system on the cell phone and needed her assistance. Thinking nothing of it, Tanya went to sleep. But as the day swung around, the pair hadn't returned, and as day turned to night, there was still no sign of them, so Tanya called for 911. In Atlanta, why was the car so close to home? And again, where was Janelle? Taking all of the information that was currently in circulation, it wasn't hard to see why police put a warrant out for Leon's arrest. He was now a wanted man on kidnapping charges.
Father, but her mother says that is not the case. News Channel 6's Renetta Dubose has been following this story. She joins us now live in the newsroom. And Renetta, you sat down today with the mother.
I did, Jenny. This case may have been upgraded to kidnapping, but Latanya Carwell's mother is sticking to her story. Her husband took their daughter in the middle of the night to help a friend.
In my heart and mind, I feel
Tripp's lengthy criminal history stretches back to 2001 in various Georgia counties. His charges include cruelty to children, armed robbery, aggravated assault, and battery.
Tanya stood by Leon. After all, she did describe that in her heart and mind, she felt like there was nothing sinister going on. What she didn't realize though is that there would be public backlash after doing that interview that you just saw a moment ago. And people had even started to suspect that she wasn't telling the truth. After people voiced their concerns, Tanya went on Facebook Live with Pastor Angela C. Harden to clear up her side of the story and to put out a further appeal for Janelle's whereabouts.
I'm here with, and we're doing all we can to get the word out. She's been missing now for how long? 3 weeks?
15 days.
Huh?
15 days.
15 days. She left home with this man here, which is her.
Been away from me this long, a period of time without no call, text, or anything, and I need my baby home at the almost 15 days ago. That's how important it is. So if y'all see her or know her whereabouts, please call the Richmond County Sheriff Department at 706.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro. Something weird about this shit anyway, because for one, I don't see no sympathy, I don't see no remorse, I don't see no emotion going on, even as she talking on live. And from through experience, bro. If anybody loves somebody, bro, they gonna motherfucker. They gonna break down. Every fucking time they gonna break down until they get to the point. Your daughter been missing for 3 weeks, 15 days, whatever the fuck. And you around this motherfucker like she, you know what I'm saying? Like she on her way home or something. Like you ain't crying or nothing, no emotions, no sympathy.
Breathe. And shortly after that, you know, she was out there helping him finish cooking or what have you. They all ate and everything, but I didn't eat at that time. Later on, that's when I said about 1:30. He came in the house after all that was over with. He came in and he said, "Babe, I need to use your phone. I need to look up something," is what he said. So I just gave him my phone and rolled back over and laid down. And shortly after that, I heard his truck crank up. And then I heard after that, the back door slam. My baby girl, shortly after that, when they left, came in and told me that, you know, she had left or whatever. Janelle's gone is what she said. And I said, "Gone where?" And she said, "I don't know." So I goes through the house calling for her, nothing. And I immediately go into mommy mode. I called my husband because I knew he had my phone. And first thing he said was, "Baby, I'm sorry." He said, "I got Janelle." He said, "I got her to ride along with me because I didn't want to bother you because you were sick." He said, "I was going to ask you, but you were sick, but I didn't want to bother
Yeah, she ain't talking with no motherfucking emotion to me, so I'm not even trying to watch. I ain't trying to hear what she got to say. From the title, it seemed like she killed. I don't know, bro, but I'm not trying to hear what she trying to say. She don't even make sense. She don't even sound right.
no truth in none of that. That's her dad. That's his daughter. That's it. I'm his wife, not her. So all that craziness, it's no happening to that.
Okay. And you want her home.
I need my baby home, like 15 days ago type home, because she has never been away from me this long. And I know she's going out of her mind trying to find me or trying to get home. So, yes, I need my baby home.
I wonder
I
what the
do.
fuck happened.
So you making a plea to the people?
Yes, please. If you see her, call the authorities so they can do their job to get her home, because every law enforcement agency around this world know about this case. So, yeah, please, if you see her, just call 911, please.
Oh, hey! I was just going for a drive, which is wild because up until
It wasn't just the public watching these interviews and that Facebook Live though. Detectives were watching as well, and they were quick to notice the inconsistencies in Tanya's story. However, that wasn't enough to go off, and although she was somewhat a person of interest, Leon was their main man. Working on intel, the US Marshal would track Leon down to a U-Haul facility in DeKalb County on May 23rd, 2017. As they closed in, they noticed he wasn't by himself. He was with a woman. That woman? None other than Tanya. They would both go on to be arrested at the scene and charged in relation with the disappearance. As to why she was with Leon, Tanya explained that she'd been in the process of moving to Atlanta and used a U-Haul truck to move some items around. As she was returning the vehicle some days later, she stumbled across him and confronted him about where Janelle was. According to Tanya, Leon stated that they had run out of gas, so they walked to the gas station. Their phones had been stolen from the truck in the process, that's why no one could get hold of them. For some bizarre reason, they then headed over to Atlanta and Janelle was dropped at a train station where she was supposed to go back home. To no surprise, the police didn't buy the story, and as you're aware, both Tanya and Leon were charged in relation to the missing persons investigation. A couple of weeks on from the initial charges, and there was still no sign of Janelle, the pair kept their lips sealed. They weren't giving up any information, leading investigators to believe something more darker had taken place. And so, murder charges were then placed against the pair.
Hey everybody, I'm Brad Means.
I'm Jenny Montgomery. Thank you for joining us tonight.
We do appreciate it. As coverage you can count on continues with the investigation into the death of LaTanya Janelle Carwell. Here we are now, just a few days after law enforcement found her body, the identification coming just yesterday.
Wow.
News Channel 6's Renetta Dubose joining us live on Golden Camp Road, where a prayer vigil is underway near the site where that child's body was found. Renetta?
That's right, Brad. And you know, as people reflect on this case and think about it from the past year, there are still so many questions left unanswered. Now, the sheriff did talk about a lot of details of the case today, but we will still need to wait to get answers when the autopsy returns.
Just under a year on from her disappearance in March of 2018, police were called to the 2200 block of Golden Camp Road in Augusta to report that human remains were found in a shallow grave. Further analysis of the bones proved that Janelle had finally been found. And that was all thanks to the person living at the address. Don't think this was Tanya and Leon having a change of heart. And so it looked then as if detectives had all they needed to put a strong case forward against the pair in 2 separate trials. But this isn't where the story ends. You see, in 2020, reports had emerged that further charges were being placed against Tanya and Leon after the DA collected evidence which suggested that they tried to hire a hitman on 3 separate occasions to take Janelle out. The first 2 times were between September and December of 2015, the third time in October of 2016. As you know, months on, she would be reported missing and then was found dead. So where does
For what? You tried to put an attempt on your door to life 3 fucking times? Like, what type of crow sick motherfucker are you?
does that leave us today? Well, we're not really any closer to a trial date as of yet for both of them. With COVID pushbacks, new evidence coming to light, and various legal technicalities, such as the most recent one in November of 2022, where Leon's legal team was trying to get the case thrown out, I'm unsure of when Janelle will finally get some justice. But when that time comes, it's looking likely that for at least Leon, he'll be facing the death penalty. Until then, more in-depth details about the case are being kept under wraps until further notice.
Nah, that's fucked up. That's man, yeah. Man, y'all subscribe, bro. Shit fucked up. Comment down below what y'all think.